ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So I think last time we read about Sankirtanam, but still we will continue from Sankirtanam. Atha Sankirtanam Namalila Gunadina Muchaihi Bhasha tu Kirtanam. So what is Kirtanam here? Rupa Goswami is saying that Uchaihi Bhasha, that you should loudly chant the names and Leela or Guna, etc. So the names of the Lord or pastimes of the Lord or qualities of the Lord, etc. Loudly when you chant, that becomes Kirtana. So here he gives an example for Nama Kirtana. Tatra Nama Kirtanam Yatha Vishnu Dharme. Krishna iti mangalam nama yasya vachi pravartate bhasmi bhavanti Rajendra Mahapathaka Koteyaha. So he says, uh, many great sins into ashes. Bhashmi Bhavanti Mahapataka. So Mahapataka, the great sins are described in many places. One of the places is here in Manusmriti, which says that the slayer of a Brahmana, Brahmaha means killing of the Brahmana. Surapaha. Surapaha means basically one who drinks wine. Sura, stay, one who steals. Guru Talpagaha, one who goes to the bed of Guru, which means one who sleeps with the wife of Guru. These four are called Mahapataka, but there is one more, which is that one who associates with these four people. They are also called Mahapataka, great sins. The slayer of a Brahmana, one who kills a Brahmana, one who drinks. So we need to be careful. If we associate means that we share our heart with them. We maintain a very close friendship with them, those who drink. That is also a great sin. Or we stay close associate with those who steal, or this is but it's a rare thing. But we should be careful about that as well. So here Jiva Goswami says that just as when we are looking at the process of Archana, that is the deity worship, there are so many items are mentioned, right? Uh, so similarly, when the name Krishna is used here, that it will destroy all the sins, or Nama Kirtana means, chanting the names of Krishna. It doesn't mean only we chant the name of Krishna. Even the names of other Vishnu forms are also included in that. So when you're chanting the names of Vishnu, that is also Nama Kirtana. That, for example, Vishnu Sahasranam, you can loudly chant. That is also Kirtana only. Leela Kirtanam. So here Nama Kirtanam is done. Then next example is Leela Kirtanam. From the 7th canto, 9th chapter, 18th verse. This is words of Prahlad. Radha Mataji, would you like to recite?
I'll try, Prabhu. Soham priyasya surda paradevataya लीलाकतस्तव नृसिंह विरिञ्च गीतः अञ्जास्ति धर्मे अनुग्रहान् गुणविप्रमुक्तो दुर्गानि ते पद युगालय हंससङ्गः. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, my Lord Narsimhadeva, by engaging in your transcendental loving service in the association of devotees who are liberated souls, Hansas, I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of the three modes of material nature and be able to chant the glories of your Lordship who are so dear to me. So here is the point that the chant the glories of your Lordship. That is the Leela Katha. The Tava Leela Katha, the Leela or pastimes of uh, your stories. I shall chant your glories following exactly in the footsteps of Brahma and his disciplic succession. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of designs. So this is glorifying the Leela Katha, that in the association of the devotees, we chant the pastimes of the Lord, we narrate the pastimes of the Lord, we discuss the pastimes of the Lord. One person is giving a lecture, and the others are listening. All these are different forms of Leela Kirtan. Guna Kirtana, this is the glories of the Lord or qualities of the Lord. Yatha Pratame, from the first canto, it is mentioned here. That you can decide this verse as well.
Yes, Prabhuji. Idam hi pumsastapasa srutasya va svistasya suktasya cha buddhidatayo avichyutorta kavibhirnuru nirupito yaduttama shloka gunanuvarnanam. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Idam hi pumsaha tapasaha shrutasya va svishtasya suktasya cha buddhi tattayoho avichyuta artaha kavibihi nirupitaha yad uttama shloka gunanu varnavana. So here it is mentioned that the tapas, the austerities of the human beings, or listening to the Vedas, shrutasya, or chanting the Vedas, svishtasya, performing sacrifice, suktasya, chanting the hymns of the Vedic mantras, Buddhidattayoho, giving charity, all these different activities which are performed part of uh, karma kanda or other processes. You have tapas, austerity is also there. Avichyuta arthaha, the cause of all these activities to become successful is Uttama Shloka Gunanu Varnanam. That is chanting the glories or chanting the qualities of the Lord. Basically, bhakti. So the bhakti is the cause of all these activities to become successful. If you perform austerity but you do not perform bhakti toward the Lord, then that activity is not useful. You may perform Paurnami Vrata or Amavasya Vrata or Chaturmasya Vrata. All of these different vratas we may perform, but if that is not accompanied by bhakti toward the Lord, then those are all useless. Similarly, even the chanting of the Vedas, or performing any sacrifices, or chanting the hymns of the Vedas, all of these things, or even giving charity, if this is not accompanied by uh, bhakti activities, then they won't give their results. They become useless activities. Okay. Atha japaha. So next is japa. Mantrasya sulagu ucharaha japaha iti abhidhiyate. So what is a japa? Japa means uh, chanting the mantra in a very, very low voice. Lagu ucharaka means low voice. Sulagu ucharaka means very low, not loudly chanting. Loudly, if you chant, that is kirtana. Japa means you have to chant very, very low voice. Yatha Padme, from a Padma Purana, there is a verse given. Krishnaya Namaha iti esha mantraha sarvartha sadakaha bhaktanam japatam bhupa swarga moksha phalapradaha. One who chants Krishnaya Namaha, this is our mantra. So we have Hare Krishna mantra also. This is also a mantra. Then we have several other mantras for Krishna and other forms of the Lord. They'll give you everything. Anything you want in your life, you can achieve that. We see in the case of Gopakumar, he achieves everything by his mantra, Diksha mantra. He goes to heavenly planets. From there, he goes to uh, Tapaloka, Janaloka, and Brahmaloka. He even becomes Brahma. Then he goes beyond the material universe also, all by the power of his mantra. He goes to Vaikuntha also. The mantra can give you everything. Bhaktaram japatam bhupa swarga moksha palapradaha. So you can attain swarga, you can attain moksha. All these results are given by this chanting of the mantra. Atha Vigyaptihi. So the next item is 34th item is Japa. The 35th item is Vigyapti. Vigyapti means basically revealing your heart or entreaties you are having with the Lord. That is Vigyapti. Yatha Skande from the Skanda Purana. Harim Muddishya Yatkinchit Kritam Vigyaparam Gira Mokshadvara Argalan Mokshaha Tenayeva Vikitaka Tava. One who performs Vigyapana or reveals their heart toward Lord Hari using their words, kinchit, even for a small amount, not a 1 hour prayer, a 3 hour prayer, or whatever, even for a small amount. Moksha Dwara Argalan. So, moksha, the liberation is closed by a door. Nobody can easily enter the liberation. And that the door of liberation has a big bar, which is actually closing holding the two doors together. We would have seen in the old houses, especially in India, they would have this big bars as a lock, that would close the door. So, doing Vigyapana toward the Lord, revealing your heart toward the Lord, it just opens that bolt and opens the door for moksha. संप्रार्थनात्मिका दैन्यबोधिका लालसामयी इत्यादि विविधा धीरैः कृष्णे विज्ञाप्तिकी ईरिता. So there are 3 types of vigyapana, or three ways you can reveal your heart. Samprarthanatmika, by prayers. Samprarthana, by doing prayers. Dainya bodhika, by revealing your Dainya is humility, by revealing your humility in front of the Lord, or putting yourself very low in front of the Lord. Lalasamayi. Lalasamayi is also prayers, but with more longing toward the Lord. Here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, Sampratana anutpanna bhavasya lalasa utpanna bhavasya iti bhedaka geha. So Sampratana and Lalasa Mai both are prayers toward the Lord. But there is one difference. Here, the bhava is not manifest. Here, the bhava is manifest. That is, you are at a very high stage, in bhava stage. And when you are doing that, prayers, naturally it will be filled with longing for the Lord. Here in sadhana stage, you may still say the prayers, but may not have that type of deep longing for the Lord. So that is the difference. When you're not having that deep longing for the Lord, you're reciting the prayers, that is samprarthana. When you have deep longing for the Lord, then it becomes lalasamayi. There will be one more subtle point. We'll look at it later. These are all part of Vigyapti, or revealing your entreaties, you're requesting the Lord or revealing your heart to the Lord. Tatra Samprarthanatmika. So there is here the first Samprarthana is given. There is an example. Yatha Padme. Yuvatinam yatha yuni yunam cha yuvato yatha manaha abhiramate tadvat mano abhiramatam tvayi. So just as among the couples, young couples, the mind of them go to each other automatically. When they're young lovers, they fell in love with each other. When they meet or when they separate, they just think naturally about each other. The mind automatically goes. In modern days, you would see this college students, if they fall in love, they just carry around the phone and then they all the time chat with their boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it is. Mind naturally goes toward that. Similarly, here the devotee is saying, may my mind go toward you. May my mind automatically go toward you. So this is some prarthana. You are praying. May my mind go toward you. Prayer. Then the next one is Dainya Bodhika. Yata Tatra Eva. From same Padma Purana it is mentioned. This is many people would have heard about this. Mattulyo nasti papatma na paradhi cha kaschana parihare pilajjame kimbruve purushottama. The idea of the means revealing your lowliness in front of the Lord. But tulya nasti papatma. There is nobody as sinful as I am. But tulya, nobody is equal to me. No sinner is equal to me. So I am a very, very low sinner. Na aparati cha kashana. There is no one like me who offends others. Parihare bilanjami. When I come to you and then say, please relieve me from all these sinful tendencies and aparadas, I feel so ashamed to even talk about this. How can I do such, aparada activities and how can I do such sinful activities and come in front of you and then say, please relieve me from all these things? I feel so ashamed. Kimbruve Purushottama. What can I say, oh Lord? So basically, revealing your lowliness in front of the Lord. That is also good in front of the Lord. Next one is Lalasamayi, Yatha Shri Narada Pancharatre. So from the Narada Pancharatra, the Lalasamayi is mentioned. Kada Gambiraya Vacha Shriya Yukta Jagatpate Chamara Vegra Hastam Mam Evam Guru Iti Vakshishi. So this is a devotee who is performing Chamara to the Lord. And when he is performing Chamara, he is speaking this. Lala Samayi means he more like you are in the you are having bhava, you are having deep longing for the Lord. He says, Kada Gambiraya Vacha Shriya Yuktaha Jagatpate, O Lord of the universe, who is endowed with Lakshmi Devi or beauty, you can say anything. So, who is endowed with beauty or who is endowed with Lakshmi? When will you say with your deep voice, Gambiraya Vacha, deep voice, to be who is holding this chamara for you, Evam Guru, do this for me. When will you do that? So the devotee is waiting for the Lord to say, hey, come here and do this something for me. Do some service for me, like that. The devotee is so much eagerly waiting for that. You would see that even in sadhana stage, if your if your guru comes, if you are meeting him after a long time, you would want to hear from him. Oh, can you do this for me? You would be waiting for that opportunity. Similarly, the devotee is having very, very deep longing for the Lord. When will the Lord will tell me something? Evam Guru, do it this way, like this. So this is Lalasamai. Yatava. There is another example given. Kada aham Yamuna tire namari tavati kitena udbhashpaka pundarikaksha rachayishyami tandavam. O pundarikaksha, O lotus-eyed one. Kada aham Yamuna tire namani tavakirtain. When will I sing your names on the bank of Yamuna? When will I sing your names? And then with a lot of tears flowing from my eyes with bhashma, and then perform dance. Tandavam rachayishyami. When will I chant your names in the bank of Yamuna river, and with full of tears, I will dance on the bank of Yamuna river. When will I do that? Oh, lotus-eyed one. So this is also again longing, but it can also look like a prayer. You are asking for something to be accomplished, right? So how is this? So Jiva Goswami is saying, Kadaham Yamuna Tere iti durataha pratana kasyachit ajata bhavasya. This whole verse is recited by a person who has not manifested his bhava, ajata bhavasya. So previously we mentioned lalasa mai means prayers recited by a person who has manifested his bhava, the bhava stage. But here Jiva Goswami is saying this verse is mentioned by a person who has ajata bhava. He has not manifested his bhava. Yataha samprartana anutpanna bhavasya lalasa tu jata bhavasya iti bedaha. So it has been previously mentioned that samprartana means the bhava has not manifested, but you are reciting the prayers. Lalasa means you are reciting it, but your bhava has been manifested. Lalasa mayatvat samprartana api atra lalasa iti evahi bhadyate. So, because this devotee is chanting with so much longing for the Lord, so much he is desiring that he wants to dance on the bank of Yamuna with tears flowing from his eyes and chanting his glories. Too much longing is there. Even though this is some prarthana, it is also called a lalasa. That is, longing is added to that. So even in a sadhana stage, you can recite prayers like that with too much longing for the Lord. अतः लालसा मयीयम अत्र ईदृशे संप्रार्थना लालसा प्रस्तुत्वादेव दर्श्यते किंतु रागानुगायाम एव ज्ञेये. So he says usually this lalasa mayi, all these deep longing prayers come in the raganuga bhakti, but here it is just shown because the topic is coming there, the topic of Vigyapti, or revealing your heart to the Lord, or entreaties toward the Lord. Okay, so we'll stop here. Any questions, any comments you have?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it was so nice to hear from you after a long time. I'm so happy to hear. As
Thank you.
usual, wonderful, wonderful explanations, Prabhuji. So very nice. So, Prabhu, I just want to request you. We are in the Vaidhi Bhakti and 64 limbs of Bhakti we were discussing, right? So in which limb of Bhakti now? This is 36 or 35. So that is the
Five
35th
we
limb.
have completed. Yes, we have to go still some more for 64 to be completed.
Yeah. So we are in between, right? In between 64 limbs of Bhakti we were discussing, right? Okay. Yeah. Maybe,
Again,
yeah.
after the 64 limbs of Bhakti is done, you will have this is Vaidhi Bhakti, then you will have Raganuga Bhakti, then the sadhana chapter will be over.
Yes, Prabhu. I don't want it to be finished in so early. I'm so happy to hear actually. It is so nice. So videos are there, sir, earlier videos. So I'm anyway making notes, right? So I will pick up Prabhuji. By next week, I'll be picking up everything, whatever I have missed. So
Oh, thank you.
yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your
Thank you.
wonderful service. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhakti. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
So, thank you, devotees, for joining. We'll stop here. We'll continue next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Well,
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu, I have a question. Sorry.
yes, Mataji.
Such interruptive. Thanks so much for the nice explanation, Prabhuji. Actually, I'm currently holding the Nectar of Devotion book in my hand. So which part is whatever you explained today, is it in I know the Nectar of Devotion is kind of summary of Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu, but which part of Nectar of Devotion that you spoke today, Prabhuji, the
Yes.
one what you explained?
So, I have spoken about, one second, let me open Nectar of Devotion. This is
There are 4 parts in nectar of devotion.
Yes. So, aspects, techniques of hearing and listening. I'm just looking through the.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble.
Wow. Yes. So this is meditation. No, we did not come to meditation and all.
Is it in part 1, Prabhuji?
So I'm looking at which chapter it is. We are in 9th chapter of Nectar of Devotion. So look at, there is a section in 9th chapter called submission. So that submission, under that, you see that in this Prabhupada actually says Samprarthanatmika, Dainya Bodhika, and Larasamai. So we are discussing the 9th chapter of Nectar of Devotion.
Okay. But you said submission, right?
Yes, there is a topic called submission. If you the chapter begins with blasphemy, but if you go down, it comes to circumambulating the temple of Vishnu, Archana, rendering service to the Lord, singing, Sankirtana, Japa,
Yeah.
submission. Like that. So we read today the submission.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Krishna. Like a singing, Sankirtana,
Yes.
Japa. Okay. Submission, yes. I do see. Thank you, Prabhuji. Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya
Vasanadhyam
patitanam
Satpavitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo. Ananda Kodes.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much.